Hey everyone, coming back with another PSA submission. What I'm right now doing is, since I sold a lot at one of the shows that I attended, I have a lot of budget to buy some single cards and get those graded and then resell them for even more. So this is a lot of pretty much what I picked up from a big show that happened over the weekend. They've already been pre-graded, and it's quite interesting how the market is changing right now. I think there's a small dip in the singles, but an even bigger dip in slab prices. Like you'll see some prices like an Espeon VMAX from Evolving Skies, the alternate art one, that's like 330, but then the PSA 10 is, did I say 330? Yeah, it was 330 for the raw, but then for the PSA 10 it's 400. So it doesn't really make sense to buy the single. You might as well get the PSA 10. So that's happening for a lot of cards. So that's why I'm picking up lower cards that are around maybe $40, $50 to $120 in value. So you can instantly get that double up as soon as you sell that slab. And obviously you have to grade it at 10 too. Both the 9s, you pretty much just break even or lose a little bit because of the grading fee. A lot of people are selling 9s for the same cost of a raw card. So yeah, let's go into the cards that I got. I had a budget around 1.2k, which I spent. The good thing about going to sellers and vendors is that you can haggle with them, maybe get like 5% to 10% off. And if you buy a lot from them, the discounts usually go up a little bit more. So yeah, I was going through a lot of cards, got a bunch of alt arts, Charizards as usual too, because they're very easy to sell. I got this VMAX around 100. I think 100 was the asking price. I probably got it for a little bit lower. I got a Lugia V. This one, it's a coin flip. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a 10. And there's a little speck of dirt in there, but then it's not. It could be a 10, it could be a 9. It's still a good looking card, but the centering is a little off, and I think it has a small mark here, so we'll see what happens. Sometimes I feel like the mark is too small to have a problem, and I end up getting that 10, so we'll see. Espeon V, these are very nice. You can get them for like 90 to 100, but then you can sell it in a PSA 10 at like maybe 180. This guy's too is very hard to grade. I was lucky I got to sell this raw. I think I saw only little whitening here, and that's pretty much it. So it's a coin flip for this one too. Could be a 9 or a 10. If it's a 10, it goes from like a $30 card to like $130 to $140 card. So it's kind of worth it to me. And I can sell this as a 9 very easily too. Umbreon VMAX, this had a brief spike from what, like $27 to $60. Now it's settling around 80. No, sorry, not 80, but 40. So you can buy this for around $40, and it's the second best art, I would say, to the Moonbreon, and people just really like Umbreon VMAX. And this one has a trainer in it. Umbreon VMAX as well. The Rainbow Rares, these are arguably rarer than these kind of cards since they're Rainbow Rares and they stopped making them. There's some YouTubers who think they might spike because it's a Rainbow Rare and they don't really do it anymore. So these VMAXs are very nice. I got these for around $50 each. Charizard V, self-explanatory, one of the coolest alt arts. This one is a little, centering isn't that good, it's a little heavy on the top as you can see. But even so, I'm still gonna submit it. Even if I get a 9, I think I'm okay with it. Charizard EX, a little fatter on the right than the left. Also very awesome card. I'm scared this one might get a 9. There's very small specks of whitening on like maybe these two corners, but it's really, really hard to see. Yeah. This guy is really hard to grade too. If you get a 10, it's always worth submitting this guy, even if the corners have issues. Like this corner has a bit of big whitening, which really sucks. But it's still worth grading. If you can get that 10, it's like extra $300 more in value. Charizard, these are nice. These are one of my specs. they have the same art, but it was just like, it's just a lot more affordable than the base one, right? I should put these all in order of best to worst grade probably. This one might get a 9 because it's so heavy on top. But these, as long as they don't have any noticeable issues on the back, they can tend pretty well if you see the centering. So I like them. I'm hoping these get 10s, this one gets a 9 maybe. But we'll see with what PSA does. I almost thought this was a black label worthy. It's very, very good centering. Yeah, I don't even know. If I get another card for that submission, I might just crack that out and send it to BGS. One of the newer cards, got lucky. A little top heavy, bottom heavy, but it's like you still want to submit it in just to see if you could get a 10 and then sell it. People really like the new alt arts. Same with this guy, this Entei Gouging Fire. The art isn't as cool as the Suicune and the Raikou, but I mean, it's still pretty nice. Worth sending in, even if you get a 9. Yeah, like the new print quality is always bad on the corners. Like, it's a small amount of whitening, not too noticeable. And that had some like waifu, English waifus. Marnie is always very popular. Got this in a small collection. I bought a collection for around $100, but if you piece everything out, you get a lot of like $5 to $7 cards, and I got these guys too, so I was like, they look good and it's definitely worth getting sent into grading. So these were around like, I think Marnie's most expensive, like $15, and these guys are like 10, so still worth it. It's still like a $50 card if you get a 10. So yeah, this is what I'm submitting into grading. As soon as I get 20, I'm gonna ship them off. I get really paranoid if I have like 40 cards in one order and the mail piece gets lost. So it's better to split them out even if you have to pay more. It's just kind of like a risk factor. Yeah, and it's good knowing some vendors too. They give you some discounts. Another thing I do when I look for these cards is I go to vendors who have a lot of stock. So you can, like, I asked one vendor, let me see all of them, and he gave me 5, and I went through each one of them to choose out the best one. This one was unfortunately the best one. There wasn't like a perfect one, but it's better than going to another vendor where they only have one copy and you look at it and then you feel bad about walking away because you didn't buy anything. So definitely it's good to, like, vendors want you to buy more too, so they will try to sweeten the deal by giving you like a maybe 5 to 7% discount, which is usually a lot. Like I give discounts all the time whenever someone wants to buy more from me. But yeah, wish me luck. This is like my 4th submission going into PSA. There's a lot of submissions going into PSA. Yeah, I'll probably get them all back in a month, and I'll have a lot of supply and sell them off. But thank you all for listening, and this is the end of my video. Thank you.